Here at 7 Eyewitness News, we are working to help you get your students back to school safely. And it's now down to the wire, with many districts opening up next week with a mixture of in-class and remote learning as well. Now, even though Buffalo Public Schools will not have students back in the classrooms immediately, some of the city's school speed zone cameras will be activated next week. And these primarily are going to be at locations in or around some of the other schools in the city that will be open next week. Places like Canisius, Nichols, Notre Dame in South Buffalo, and St. Joe's on Main Street.
They will be activated as far as we know unless things change. Once the beginning of school starts, that's when the school speed zones take effect. That's when you'll see the lights blinking. You know, this is either a speed camera area or this is a school zone, which, 25, 35, depending on the area you live.
So the bottom line here, be careful out there next week, back on the roadways again when you're around schools, because the students will be out and about for another year. So students have to get safely back to school. Tonight, 7 Eyewitness News reporter Alla Arabi has more on the story.
Students around Western New York are going back to school in different ways this year. But AAA and law enforcement say one thing needs to stay the same, and that is using extra caution when driving during this back-to-school season.
More children will be walking and biking to school, while parents are going to be driving children due to the new COVID-19 protocols.
Drivers need to be alert at all hours. Children studying virtually could be outside at any time of the day.
Bus patterns are going to be different. Also, expect to see more teen drivers on the roads as they limit school bus capacity.
So make sure to give yourself extra time and be ready for bus traffic at any time. The annual Schools Open Drive Safely campaign aims to reduce the number of school-related pedestrian injuries and fatalities. Law enforcement remind drivers to never pass a stopped school bus with its lights flashing. In 2018, about 128 tickets were issued in Western New York for passing a school bus. In 2019, 106 tickets were issued. So far this year, 28 tickets were issued.
This is super important because for every one decrease is a possibility of one less child getting hit or struck or killed by a vehicle passing that school bus.
Before students head back to school, a lot of people will be taking advantage of this holiday weekend, especially with low gas prices.
Gas prices remain low. As of September 3rd, the New York State average is $2.30. For perspective, a year ago, it was $2.80.
Traveling by car remains affordable and popular, and you can stay socially distant from others. AAA reminds you to pack your mask and sanitizer with you and get your car checked by a trusted mechanic before you travel. In Buffalo, I'm Alla Arabi, 7 Eyewitness News.